based off of some of your name tags here, it seems like some of you have more experience than others. At least the amount of time you've spent playing the game. So first, I would like everybody to introduce themselves and how long they've been playing. So we'll start over here with Wreck-It Ralph.
Yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
Right.
I've only been playing since February, but I've put in a lot of hours since then.
Nice. Let my people go.
Yeah, I too have been playing from February, but February of last year.
Nice.
Boots, and I've been playing February of this year as well.
Nice.
Slapjack.
There you go.
I've been playing
Diamond Rank.
since February of this year too.
Wow.
All right, Glenn, your turn.
Nice.
I've been playing for about 6 months before the game was released, so about 2.5 years.
Oh, wow.
Playtester, yeah.
Nice.
I've been playing for about 5 hours longer than Let My People Go. And I'm Mr. Finn.
And you there, Lemon?
Lemon Bread, are you still with us? I can't tell.
Lemon, are you still with us?
No, I think he's AFK.
Darn. So this is Lemon Bread. I have no clue how long he's been playing, but it looks like he's played at least
A full 2 weeks.
25 games.
Yes. I would agree with the minimum
know
of
that?
25 games. You know,
Yeah, me too.
I
Yeah.
wonder.
Oh, there he is. I think he's
Welcome back.
with us.
Lemon.
Whoa, Lemon
how long
Bread.
have you been playing?
Welcome back. I love his
We're doing
25
introductions. You there, Lemon?
Talk to us.
he's on it.
Deja vu.
I am here.
It's
Yes, okay.
Welcome back.
we've been going around saying
were
how
just
long we've been
talking
playing
about you.
Pop 1.
Oh,
And our favorite
well,
color.
honestly, I had this skin for a while, but like about a week, 2 maybe.
Okay. He's the rookie.
And your favorite color?
Yeah.
Your favorite color?
Green. I don't know.
Green.
Yeah.
Well, you're
the
wearing
only one that
pants
answered that
wearing mostly
question.
blue.
Well, I mean, I don't
least
really have
his
anything
pants.
for green besides Oh yeah, my pants is green, so I'm good.
Dark
Okay.
green.
I love
Okay,
this. This is too good.
I mean,
Jakey, we
it
can't
is dark
see
green
you, but
actually.
how
So
long you been
shit.
playing?
And your builds have
You do
on
your
them.
introduction,
Are you-
I'll go last.
Yeah.
Are you able to see me?
I can
or
see
no?
you.
Am I just? Am
Yes.
I,
Yeah.
I
okay,
can
cool.
see you, but the video can't see you.
Yeah. So I'm Jakey. I'm one of the other admins here on the 6 admin team. I've been playing since about February of last year as well.
Cool. There's a camera.
All right.
What's up, Kim?
And
Oh wait, is
Adam,
it 2022?
the-
That means 2020. Yeah.
Yeah.
Think about.
Yeah.
I'm like trying to remember the year. Yep. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you interrupted me there. Okay, so I am the Amazing Warrior 101. I am also an admin that works alongside Jakey for 6. And this is my first 6-related activity in a couple months. So, I'm a little rusty. Thankfully,
Woo!
I am a teacher. So, yeah.
Pretty much all of us are.
Yeah.
Your outfit looks like a vampire.
Oh.
Yeah. I teach, like, students at a school.
Nice.
Great.
That's the
He's a
101 of my
mentor.
name. I'm sorry, this is a little awkwarder than it should be.
I know. I do the same thing. I mean, I'm also a professor, so I got that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. All right. So, it seeming by the fact that you all are staring at me, I think I'll start. Okay. So, y'all seem to have a general idea of what population 1 is. Some more than others. I'm looking at you, Lemon.
I love this kid.
Lemon.
I love this kid.
He's fun.
So, yeah, I've been playing since the day the game launched. I don't have as much time as Glenn over there, but I have sure gotten my fair share of games in. This game, my weapon loadout would be completely different a month ago, or 2 months ago, before they did the crazy recoil changes with this. So I guess I'll start with what I use, and then we can do a little demonstration with that, see how you guys do with those, and then we'll move on with anything you guys got for me to see what knowledge I got versus what you got. So, my loadout usually consists of one sniper rifle, which, because the Sacco is trash, it's rather the Magnum. Yes, you heard me. The Magnum. Or the AWP.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
One assault rifle, which is usually the AKM or the RFP in my loadout. And then I have one SMG or shotgun, which is the P90, the MP5, or Matadors. The reason behind each of these is they may have had some recoil changes. A lot of them have not had many had much nerf to them besides that. So if you figure out the recoil, you figure out how to use the gun. So the AK is fairly different in comparison to what it was before. Does anybody here use that AK anymore? Raise the hands.
Not really. I use Harvey. No.
I hate that when you got to cock it, it's on the other side. Whenever I get stressed, I
Yeah.
always go for this side.
Mm-hmm.
Right. It seems we only got one other person that uses it, and that's Finn.
Yeah, I'll use it, but more as a close-up weapon now with the recoil change. Yeah, so it's more like an SMG for me.
Yeah. So, like Glenn said, it does have the reload on the other side, but something I found is you don't have to reload it from that side. You can reload it from over here too.
Seriously?
No?
You don't have to go over and reload it.
Yeah.
You don't.
And that applies
It's
to
like the
pretty
banana
much
thing,
It's
huh?
exactly like
a
the
lot
banana.
of things.
Oh, interesting.
The banana.
Can you show us?
Try the if you look at the what am I thinking? The M60.
You think you can spawn some AKs?
Same thing. Yeah. Hey, let's do that. AK.
I actually never knew that was
I
this
just
one.
want some AKs in it.
Me
for
either,
them,
that's
we can
why I don't
practice
use
that for a
it.
second.
Because they're always opposite
I know, I always do that too. It's like, I'm sitting here like, oh my god, we gotta reload. And I realize you're
Yeah,
doing it
I'm
with the
fine
wrong
when I'm
side.
just
I'm like,
mucking around, but when I'm stressed...
Okay, we just gotta clear this one out here.
Cool,
There you go.
Wow, a bunch of
So,
oh, that's actually really neat.
fancy ones.
see? So that's part of why I use the AK. Now, try to get used to the recoil with two hands first, and then once you figure it out, use one hand.
Oh, you can just pump it the same direction twice.
Exactly.
Yeah, you just do that. It loads the clip, and you just do it twice. Exactly that same setup.
Exactly. That's what I was trying to say.
That's the price of admission.
Fuck, alright. It is.
It's absolutely
Alright, so we're doing
a huge thing. And making also one thing is if you make larger gestures, so if you make more dramatic gestures when you're doing the reload mechanics, that helps to prevent the horrible incident of, oh, I just failed. I did not cock it. You know, if you do more dramatic gestures, it'll help you.
That's awesome.
That's super sick. I
Okay.
keep learning new things about this game, honestly. These weapons.
Alright. I'm gonna grab some ammo so I can have some more. Alright.
And then we're
So with that first part out of the way, let's and whatever. You guys figure out the recoil?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, down to the right.
Yeah, most of the recoil on the
That last
AK
bit.
is upwards. And then as it gets into the clip, it goes side to side. So, an easy way to fix that is, 3-round bursts, or a short burst, like.
MK style?
So, yeah, so just, you don't shoot the entire mag out into somebody. You shoot them a few times, and then let it slide. And you just do that until you figure out the recoil.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Out of that entire mag, I only missed one shot on boots. Another thing you gotta realize with every gun is it does decrease in recoil with each rarity. The recoil on the ones you guys have right now are all 1-star, which is basically the trashiest version of it. So it's not gonna be as good. That's the only exception over there, Lemon. For the most part.
So,
but even
if I
then,
have
it
a
still doesn't
4-star,
make much of a difference.
The recoil would be, like,
So on a legendary,
the
recoil would be better than this one.
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. I never knew that either. This is great. This one come to these things.
Yeah, so the AK, it has pretty good damage. It has body shot is 15. So if you're just fast, I'll get to you in a second, Wreck-It. And then headshot is 22. Now, if you pair that together with a squad working together, which that's other trainings, you can make quick work of them, of one person. Now, it may not do much to the buildings, but if you have somebody else giving covering fire while you're shooting at the same building, it goes down pretty fast. So, let's have an example here of Lemon Bread and Flapjack shooting that wall right there. Yeah. So that went a lot faster than, say, that. So a lot of using the AK and a lot of these guns, you gotta use communication with your team to be able to use them effectively, besides figuring out recoil and whatever. And like other people have said, you can use them close range. They are a fairly they are a fairly valuable gun in most situations. Minus, hey, oh yeah, there's a guy over there on top of Metropolis's town hall over there, giant tower right there. You're gonna have a hard time shooting.
So far range ain't that good, is what you're saying?
But say there's a guy over at the gas station, you can shoot at him. If there's a guy, say, right over here, you can shoot at him. It's a fairly good gun for the amount of stuff it does. Now, moving on to my next assault rifle.
Yes.
Oh, wow, fancy. RFB. Who here uses the RFB?
Sometimes.
This guy.
Used to.
I always use it.
RFB MP5.
We got a kinda, we got a yes. Yes.
100%. It's like my main one.
Alright. So what's so good about RFB users?
Not much kick
I love the scope. I love how you can hit him out of the sky a lot with the laser.
Yeah.
Exactly. It has the same exact damage as the AK.
Oh, does it?
Yep.
What?
It does. It has the same exact damage as AK, at least on the 1-star level. So, they're basically the same general idea for their damage. And for the similar reasons, you can use them for a lot of different situations. Which is exactly why I like to use the RFB. we're gonna not touch on the RFB as much because a lot of you know how to use it, but we will touch on that if we get the scrims in a minute. We'll do something with those. And I did have a question over there. I'm sorry I forgot about you. Do you still have the question?
From Wreck-It.
Wreck-It, do you still have your question from earlier? I told you to wait, and then I forgot.
Yeah, I was curious if you prefer to use the crosshairs down lower or the dotted sight.
Oh, that's a good question. Okay. It depends on the situation. The closer the range, the closer they are, the more likely I will be to use the crosshairs. The further away they are, the more likely I am to use the laser, the dotted sight. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, of course.
Because further away, it's more accurate. And then, you know. So I like to use both. It depends on the situation. And you can figure that out however you exactly want to use it. So, you mind spawning in some of the SMGs, some MP5s and some P90s in here?
Let's do that. Okay.
I suck with the P90.
That's why we're talking about it. A lot of people don't use them for that reason.
I love the P90.
Do me
I also know it's like when they go on a wall.
Yeah, usually like a...
Alright.
If there's a gun that's not one, just try to do the gun game.
Yeah, just keep grabbing it.
To reset.
Okay, here we go. I'm supposed to go, I just hate, like, when I'm on a wall and, like, shooting.
Alright, let's start off here with the P90. Who uses the P90? I heard somebody over here. Alright, got it. Who uses the P90? You use the P90?
Yes. Me.
Alright. I see you guys over here.
I need to start using it though.
Alright. Okay, P90 users. I'm gonna pick on you for a second. What do you like about the P90?
The clip size and the fire rate.
Yeah, it destroys builds very well.
Yeah.
And once you get used to the recoil, it's very accurate even at range.
Exactly. Okay. Now, alternatively, people that don't use the P90, what do you use?
I use the, I just don't like the P90 a lot. I hate when I'm, like, on a wall, like, holding one wall, and I'm, like, head peeking, and I'm shooting it, I just can't get the recoil down. Like, I always miss tons of shots.
So we got I'm guessing we have a few MP5 users in here besides Jake. So I alternate between the two. Whichever one I usually find a higher rarity of is the one I end up with. But sometimes there's a few cases where, call me crazy if you want, I pick up both. They both have good pluses and minuses. So the MP5, it doesn't do that much damage to the body. The P90 does just as much. It all comes to headshots, where things are slightly different. You know? But with the MP5 and the P90, it's more of a preference thing more than what you grab. If you can be super accurate and, you know, go take somebody out in just a few shots, the MP5 might be a better option. If you are a little bit more less accurate, the P90 will be a better option. Another difference between the two is the range is slightly different. So the P90 is a lot more well known for its up-in-your-face type weaponry fire. MP5s are a little bit more over here.
I like the range on the MP5s.
Exactly. The MP5, in some cases, could actually replace the AKM. Again, it's a preference thing.
It is faster to kill
But
if you make all your shots, technically.
Exactly. So, P90, it's usually, you can use one hand, but when you can help it, it's better to use two. Because with two, it is easier to control, like every other gun. But in most cases, you can easily, unless you're like flying in on somebody, you can't always. It's better to try to use two hands. The MP5, it depends on what you prefer. If you can do this, you can do this. But ultimately, it's fairly simple. Now,
It works.
you mind spawning in some matadors this time?
Yeah.
Let's get some Maddies.
Alright. What shotgun? Do you guys use any shotguns?
Honestly,
I used to use
no,
the
not
DT,
really.
but use the M10 now.
Yo, these don't look like matadors.
You got to
Do you
cycle.
use, do
cycle
you
the
use
guns.
shotguns?
There you go.
I use them both. I like the DT since it's got that hold and roll. It's a little quicker load now. But I don't want the DT just boom, boom, boom.
Alright.
Yeah, that's a matador.
Alright, so why...
Ouch.
So... does anybody here use the DT?
Man.
Yes.
I used to use it more than I
No,
do now.
you don't use that anymore.
So you want to know, I used to use the DT almost religiously. You
Yeah.
know why I changed? Why I don't use... I rarely even use shotguns these days. When I do use them, I usually use matadors. Unless I find a high rarity M10 or DT. Do you think you guys can guess why I don't use them?
Maybe
the
time to
reload
kill.
rate fast.
Up close.
Didn't they get nerfed the last thing?
Yeah, time to kill up close.
You got
The
it.
second,
Anything
your second
else?
shot
Any other
rank.
ideas? Any other ideas?
The recoil has
What about-
changed.
Exactly. So I used to use a DT. The DT is not nearly as good now, and it's not because the damage was nerfed or anything. It's because they screwed over the Quest users with some of their stuff they're doing, and its recoil is almost. You gotta go two hands. You know, matadors, they're weirdly enough easy to control with recoil. You just got to figure out how the pellet spread works. And if you pin them both together on somebody, right in their face,
Really fast.
sometimes they might not even know what hit them if they can get good. The one problem with the matadors is you can't climb while using them.
Yeah.
Or
You gotta
for your
disable them
map.
and then come back down.
I always
So-
open up my map to
Oh yeah.
An alternative option that I don't necessarily use in all situations is the M10. The M10 isn't nearly as good as other shotguns, but it can get the job done. But another thing you can use, like going back, is MP5 or P90. Those can melt people at close range in engagements. So, you mind spawning some mobs now? This is the last one I'm going to cover.
I'll start cool, but I got like really shaky hands. I'm like,
Okay.
Alright. Grab an up. Any up.
I can never hold the dot straight. That's like my only issue. I put my controller up to my chin and I get extra stability, so I mean that's my like thing to work around.
That's why I don't like the op.
Let my people just seems to have a general idea of what to do.
Yeah. Does everyone know what their dominant
Who
eye
uses
is?
the op?
I do.
Yeah.
I'm not the best at it, but
Okay. Why
I'm
don't
gonna
you
try
use
it.
it
I'll
in
get bad
everything
ping.
besides team deathmatch?
Yeah.
Dang.
The key, the key to a good op player, is their aim.
Is it what?
Is
Is
what?
the aim.
Yep.
Aim.
And your timing.
And
Timing
ping.
is everything. And I may not know exactly where the op stands now after their update because I haven't played too much today. It still fairly is self-explanatory. The bullet time has everything to do with how you shoot them. So if, say, Glenn here was walking across this street, and I was over on, say, the building over there, one of those, the buildings in Metropolis roof, or the town hall or something, and I see him. I'm going to want to aim ahead of where his position is enough to account for the bullet velocity and how fast he's walking.
It's like predicting his movements, basically.
Yes, you got to see where he will likely go to be able to fire at him. You don't aim where he is when they're moving.
Because I'm like going like
You
this,
aim
you
where
would
he's
shoot a little
going
bit to my
to
left.
be. Exactly. And that's where, with ops, you gotta have evasive maneuvers when you do get somebody shooting at you. Gotta be erratic in a way where they can't
just
shoot you.
Torch it around, make sure it's not predictable.
Yeah, you can't be predictable when you're going against an op player. Otherwise, you will be shot. Alright. So, any questions about what we've covered so far?
I don't know if you feel the same way, but that skin you have for the op, I feel, is the best because I feel like it's so much easier to quick scope because of that long Skyping soap. I feel like that skin in particular is so easy to quick scope compared to the other skins.
Okay. So I'm going to say this in relation to how like other guns work. So they have a legendary DT skin that's like this. I'm going to be nice to JK, not ask him to spawn one. But it's slightly different. And it doesn't really ultimately change too much besides certain things. It's still the same area of grabbing a gun. Grabbing it. Still the same area. It's not going to make too much of a difference for what skin you have. Because Big Box is a heavy believer in nothing pay to win. Does that kind of explain it a little bit?
Yeah.
Like, you see this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, this one. It's makes it seem easier to reload because it's slimmer. Or even harder to reload. Either way. But my point still stands. Alright, any more questions?
Mm-mm.
Alright. So, that was my choices with my loadout. Okay, I heard somebody over here. Sorry.
That was me. I was going to say, when you're holding the AWP, I tend to hold, when I'm two-handing, one hand here, and I rest my other hand on my wrist to hold still. Have you got a certain way you hold to help stop that, especially when you're 2 and 4 times?
Yes, that is an excellent way to increase your stability. So, putting your hand under the other one after you're scoped in may slightly increase your accuracy. Another alternative, although it would probably look kind of weird, is getting on your floor.
I do that sometimes too. Get on my hands and knees. One
Yep.
knee down, one hand up, rest
And
my
using
elbow
your
on one knee.
elbows to do it.
Yep.
Yeah.
I just
Yeah.
put my controller on
Exactly.
my chin and just pressure it, and it works.
All right.
Better.
What about offhand setting, Amazing? What do you got that set for?
I have it set at here. Let me look.
Me too. I think I'm at 10.
I have
Uh,
the offhand influence set at 30 and motion damp at 50.
Oh, really?
Okay, I might try that.
Yeah.
I've got offhand at 9
So-
and motion at 100. So 3, did you
Yeah.
say?
So you can mess with it as much as you want.
Yeah.
I like to be a little bit more free moving. That's just my personal preference. I like being
Okay.
able to go a lot faster. Because of how I roll. I actually have a lot of firearm experience in real life, and that's how I fire in real life. So, trying to keep it as fairly close to the normal for myself. But people that don't really use firearms usually should mess with that as much as they can.
Yeah, I've used one for
Usually
Australia for like-
increasing motion dampening and decreasing offhand influence, it will increase your ability to hold your op still. Alright.
We get better on that.
Any
P90
more
too.
questions, comments, concerns about my sanity?
Oh, I like that.
No, I mean, this is good.
Do
I
you
know more
change
about-
your loadout as the stage of the game progresses towards final square? Or
Yeah. What I showed today is more of what I prefer to use on a daily basis on in comp play, for instance. I try to use these guns. If I can't find them, I have alternative options. That's why I have for everything, I have 2 options. And so you have the AK and RFB for assault. You got my MP5 and P90 for close range. I have Matadors and M10 as shotguns if I feel needed. And then I have the AWP or a Magnum for long range. AWP is more preferred than a Magnum. I wanted to make sure everybody was with me before I went to the Magnum. Is not intense, but it's a little bit more
So, if the
instructional.
zone's really, really small, it's one of the last zones, would you switch your weapons out for a different one depending on the zone size?
So you have all of the guns in your loadout. So say the zone is from this rock here to say the middle of the road where the line is,
Mm-hmm.
like that big, and just this wide, same wide width. You're gonna want to go more close range or mid range than you're gonna go with an op. You're not gonna have an op this range unless you're trying to do some cool 360 no scope for your friends.
Okay,
Makes sense.
understandable. Mm-hmm.
At the beginning of a game, you're gonna want to. So something I always suggest to new players is go into the gun range and mess with all the guns. A good beginner weapons I'm sure Lemon can tell me is an ump for SMG and probably a CX4 or a FAL or FAL or assault. And usually they don't really touch snipers. Lemon, you touch snipers? You really had much experience with snipers?
I try my best with the snipers, aka the op.
Exactly.
That's about it.
They don't really do much with them. So, something I highly suggest to all of them, I hope you're listening, Lemon, is to go into the gun range. You know where that is usually. You guys should all know.
Yeah.
And going over all of the guns to have a basic understanding of how they fire and the recoil patterns. And so then, when you go on a hot drop, you're not landing on say the gun you're worst at, not even being able to use it and costing you the game, just because you don't know how to use it. It's more like, oh yeah, I'm landing in. Okay, it's a DT. I'm not the greatest with this, but I can do some damage with it.
Dude, I suck with the DT.
Yeah, I'm good with the M10, I think.
And that's why I usually prefer using the SMGs now, because the DT can be very inconsistent nowadays.
Especially the second shot. The second shot is a random shot, especially if you're a quest user. It can go any direction. It's randomized, so it makes it much more challenging if you're one-handing.
Exactly. It's like the op. I'm aiming at Boots right now, dead on. It goes all the way over there.
Yep.
Looking at Boots again. Should be aiming right at her. Hits over there. Fight that op. Alright, any more questions, comments, concerns about my sanity? Are you ready to move on to the Magnum?
Yeah.
Magnum.
Let me get the Magnum spawn.
Alright.
Probably gonna have to
you
go
might
for the
spawn in the
Magnum.
Magnum mode.
Absolutely. 1 second. Magnums.
Alright.
Okay.
Who here knows how to use the Magnum?
Not me. I suck with this one.
Really?
I'm in.
So why in the world would I have use the
good.
Magnum?
I mean, it's good from range and it hits pretty hard, I guess.
Yeah, a lot of damage, a lot of burst damage. Yeah, right up front. Yep, I'm dead.
I see a lot of like rare bananas using this and stuff.
Like no
a lot of time.
Although it's a pistol, it doesn't hit like one. 40 damage? That's two shots from the FAL.
Yeah. Oh.
60 damage?
That's a shotgun.
That used to be a shot from the Sako.
Yeah.
So, something you need to know about the Magnum.
Oh, dang.
It will only have as much recoil as you let it have. Now, Warrior, what do you mean? I mean, if you're going like as you can, it's gonna have wicked wild recoil. If you take a half second after each shot, each of those were a 60 damage. He would be dead 2 times over. So something you got to figure out with it is how the recoil works, which is fairly simple. Once you figure it out, it's like a up while wiggling motion almost, while one-handed, and then it's just kind of like a boom with 2. So once you start to account for that, it slowly gets better over time as you use it. And from my year of comp experience, the amount of people that use the Magnum has fluctuated. And there's many reasons for that. The Magnum's been nerfed many times over.
Yeah.
It has been buffed a few times too. It's been an up and down ride with the Magnum. As long as you understand the basic principles about the Magnum, it's a good weapon you can use on like in a hot drop in any case. If you can understand it enough, you can even bring it into a SMG fight duel with somebody and say, "Here, let my people go. You'll be an example here. I'm the guy with the MP5. You start trying to shoot me with your Magnum." So, I'm shooting at him. I screw up. I have to reload. He has a few more shots left. He's gonna kill me while I'm reloading if I'm not fast enough. Now, how does the reload work for it? The reload, like the DT, has the weird gravity effect. You can flip it to the side. But before you gotta do that, you gotta flip the shots in. So, quick motion is a quick one simultaneous thing. So, you throw it in, and right after you do it, you start flicking in one direction. And like Jakey has said prior, the more erratic your flick is, the more likely it will to get it fully in. So
For those on the video,
this is going to be less. Yeah, exactly.
That.
Cool. He's got it there.
You don't move your left hand, so if you like this, amazing. I grab it, don't move my left, and just flick.
Exactly.
Like the shotty. Yeah, okay. That's how we do it.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm just not explaining it very well.
The way I usually say it is if you grip, let's say you're holding your hands out like this. It's hard to see, obviously. You can look at the video.
Yeah.
But if you use your left hand and you use your left grip, sort of right by where the bullets are, you squeeze that, and at the same time, you're using your right grip and flipping to the right. That's what it does.
Exactly.
Okay, Yep. It's
Exactly.
the same as
It's sort of a grip.
Yep.
Exactly.
Exactly. It's one fluid motion with both hands. All right. Any more questions, comments, concerns about my sanity for the Magnum? Lemon.
Do you use the dot?
Finn.
Or do you use like the 2 arrows?
Alright. So it's a situational and preference thing. As well as range. If you're right in somebody's face, you're not gonna really have time to change your
So it's just like shoot them.
Go off of your dot. I use the dot as much as I can, but if I'm right and let my people's goes face, I'm gonna not have enough time to really do that. I'm gonna want to use the reticle. So if how the reticle works on the Magnum, if you're using one hand, it is basically the rough outline of a person's face. Now, I wouldn't suggest trying to instantly go for the face when you're shooting at someone, because that's going to have a lot less of an effective effect. I'd usually try to go for as high up on the chest as you can, and then if the recoil does mess you up upwards, you will hit the head. You will have a higher likelihood of hitting it. If that makes any sense. Alright. Anything else you guys would like me to answer on the Magnum? Any more questions about the Magnum? Alright. Any comments about the Magnum?
Yeah.
Okay. Any concerns about my sanity about thinking the Magnum is one of the best snipers in the game?
No, it is.
Definitely not.
All right. Now, we just about covered everything. I'm ready.
The uncle-nephew team dropping into cemetery. It looks like we have Glenn Ratcliffe and his teammate Boots taking a drop over into Outpost. Amazing Warrior potting out over Outpost. Let's see if he's going to continue on. He looks like he's potting as far as he can. He is a solo. Well, he's doing an earlier drop, but he is doing a fly-in over into the kingdom. Let's see how they're doing over here. Getting up some shield. We have normal zone timing, so hopefully people will move quicker. Should have sped it up a bit, but c'est la vie. Wonder how they're loading up, keeping in mind that only the guns that were discussed were placed. Nice selection of matadors. We got all the drinks. Looks like we got a little bit of a glitch there. That's strange. Unless there are matadors, or unless there are. Precious. Okay, it looks like we have our first movement A for that's Boots and Ratcliffe. They're actually over in Cemetery, and it looks like Let My People Go just saw that. Let's see. Yes, he's spotted, and he is rushing as well. I don't know if he necessarily saw Boots and Ratcliffe, but let's see what we got here. It looks like we got a gold MP5 and a gold AKM. Ooh, we got a gold Matador and a gold E57 Magnum. 4 gold drops. That's fabulous. Let My People Go and Mr. Finn are over there. Probably not super happy right now. They just lost out on that great loot. Let's see what they're holding on to. It looks like we have our first Let My People Go holding out with this MP5. Same, and it looks like we have an AK. Is this an AKM with Mr. Finn? Oh, no, we got the Matadors out. Just to climb. It was very difficult, challenging. Let's see what A has up. Looks like A is doing a harmonica and a RFB pull. So Boots is out with the harmonica. Glenn has the RFB as well. So it looks like both are using RFB. We have Mr. Finn doing a great job with Let My People Go using the rock as hard cover. I'm not really sure what just happened with Mr. Finn right there, but wow. Let My People Go knock down Glenn with that RFB. Waiting for Boots for the revive. Boots is reviving. Oh, stopped revive, stopped the revive. Good job. Let My People Go is trying to push, probably helping his nephew out, Mr. Finn, giving instruction. It's time to push, guys. It's time to push. Oh, and that was a dual takeout. But guess what? Mr. Finn can come right back with his uncle. He has to raise his uncle now. That is awesome. What a family dynamic.
Oh, where are they?
Now, Hope. What a family dynamic right there. Let's see if they're going to go pick up any of those gold guns down there. You can't leave that. Oh, okay, there we go. Let's see. So we have a solo against a duo, and from what we can see at the map, looks like it's going to be a while until they confront each other. He's still over in Kingdom. Let's see what he's doing. Well, ugh, I missed some beautiful music. Well, at least I have some really good blackmail evidence to hold against Warrior. That was awesome. He was sort of using the harmonica for just a second at a time. Awesome. Of course, the award for the best harmonica player does have to go to Locksmith Jr. He'll just stand on top of a windmill and he will blow that harmonica all day. Risky moves out in the open. Let's see where our team in Cemetery Outpost Midland is doing over there right now. I'm glad that they are not taking advantage of the normal zone speed. I should have sped that up a bit. We all know Amazing Warrior is a little bit of a pusher anyway. Looking over at Let My People Go, he's got half of his health. Hopefully he can find a banana somewhere around here. Mr. Finn's got half of his shield. He's got to pick that up. There should be plenty around, unless I'm not seeing something. Let's see. Anything in here? We got shield sodas. Should have probably given some little bit of instruction on the fast shield soda usage. We got some shield right here, Mr. Finn. Pick it up. There you go. Let My People Go. He knows he still has about a minute until the zone shrinks. So, what is he looking?
Here comes
He's going for a
Warrior.
banana. Warrior's on his way.
Yeah.
Oh, he just passed a banana. He just passed a banana. Why didn't he pick it up? You don't want any. You don't want any loss of shield or health if you're going against Warrior, who has, well, full health and shield. Oh, does let my people see? Does let my people see? Oh, because I know Warrior is going to see.
He's looking for them.
Oh, Warrior knows. Warrior just saw. He saw. Yep. Oh, did let my people see? No. Okay, and I think unfortunately
in trouble.
The nephew might be the first prey. Oh, his uncle might be coming back for support. Whoa, went into the back into the rock again. Oh, where's your banana?
Well, if he peeks now, you're gone. Peeker, bang.
Ooh. I'm hoping that Mr. Finn didn't know that he was there. It is now obvious. Unfortunately, he has full health and shield. He's peeking right now. Peeking with that wonderful new legendary MP5. Love that skin. Even taunting them a little bit with some harmonica play as he flies towards them. Classic Warrior for you.
Yeah, give me 5 minutes. I just want to see this game out. Yep. All right, 5 minutes.
Let my people... okay, he's almost back up to full shield. What does he have out? Does he have his AK? Yep. He has an AK. Mr. Finn has his P90. Amazing Warrior going underneath the pod. Let's see what's up there. He's going to grab that last shield. See, that's what he's doing. He's always going to make sure he has full health and shield. He's not wasting any time. This time no one can yell at me either because I put bananas, I put shield, I put all of that. Mr. Finn peeking over. Does he have an RFB now? See, looks like it, yes. Then my people has the Magnum. Amazing Warrior about to fly out. Ooh, then my people's going for a push. I hope they do continue this push. I wonder if Amazing Warrior thinks there's some good loot here.
Oh, he grabbed the Magnum.
He got that Magnum. Ooh, I should have explained the fast soda drinking. That would have been a helpful one. Back up. Oof. That was a hit. Painful hit. Took out about, from, I would assume, 72 damage, 72 of his shield. Pretty quickly. Normally, I would say Amazing Warrior is in for trouble, getting pushed in by the zone, going uphill into Cemetery. But this is Amazing Warrior, so let's see how he handles himself. He's already back up to full shield and full health. Some people go as well. Mr. Finn, wow, this is good. Everyone is preparing for that final battle. Let's see what we got out here. We have Amazing Warrior coming with the AK. Let my people is peeking with his Magnum. Okay, Amazing Warrior first looking at Mr. Finn. Nah, he's got a huge chunk of his shield taken out. Pressed up against into the zone. He's taking some zone damage now. Let my people knows. Full health, full shield. Mr. Finn, still pretty upstanding. Amazing Warrior, oof. Deep in zone. And they're holding on. Oof. Let's see, what is he looking for? What is he looking for? Is he finding some banana? Does he have anything he can pull out of his sleeve right now? No, he's just trying to make us wide rotate so that he does not get seen. There we go. Oh, Mr. Finn fell to death. I don't understand that. Okay. Oh, Amazing Warrior just made it. He better get inside and grab something if there's anything in there. We got some sodas.
Over here.
Uncle is giving back to his nephew by reviving this time. Okay, time for everyone to shield and health back up. Speaking of small little endings, this is a pretty small square. Amazing Warrior is making his way up to the steeple. Let's see what's at our drop over here. Right inside we have a bunch of nice gold guns, gold AK, gold P90, gold mag, and a gold M1014. Are they going to go for it, or are they going to be a little too worried about Amazing Warrior up there? Then my people's doing a great job throwing up some hardcover, and he's going right for the loot. Yes, he is. He didn't go for the guns, but he did go for the proper items. He went for his heals. Grabbed a gun quickly. Amazing Warrior is focusing right now on Mr. Finn. Amazing Warrior is taking some very, very painful off shots over there at Mr. Finn. Mr. Finn down to just a little bit of health. Amazing Warrior. Oh, that my people took him down with the P90. That was strong. That was strong. And the uncle and the nephew win. Let's see how they're celebrating. Well, not as much as I thought.